Welcome to Not a Roofers podcast, where we discuss roofing
without all the jargon. I'm Breianna.
And I'm Charity.
And this is today's episode. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Not a Roofers podcast. Today we are going to have a shorter episode, so be prepared for it to be just a quick couple minute long episode, but I promise you it will be packed with information. Maybe I don't promise that.
Making promises you're not sure you can keep.
You will hopefully learn something. I can promise that. If you didn't already know, you will know by the end.
So, in the roofing industry, you hear the guys talking about a thing called squares. How many squares is the roof? Now me, when I think of square, I instantly think, oh, square feet. Like that roof, when they say it's 15 squares, I'm like, oh, so it's 15 square feet, which if you think about that,
sounds
doesn't really make sense. So I wanted to research this one a little more and find out what exactly is a square.
And how does it play into the roofing industry? Because the reality of it is the guys or our boss will be like, oh yeah, we did a 24 square job, or that job will be 24 squares, which correlates with how much material they'll need. And you really do kind of scratch your head a little bit going, what does a square mean? What does that mean? Ah.
So, a square, one square in roofing terms, is equal to 100 square feet. So when the guys tell us it's a 24 square job, it's really a 2,400 square foot job.
Yeah. So, like I said, this goes into a lot of things of the roofing industry. So on one side, you know, Charity and I will be told we're doing I guess we're just going to use 24. It'll be a 24 square job. And we're like, okay. But that correlates with a lot of things. So different manufacturers with their products will be like, one container of this coating will cover X number of squares, or another material will be enough to repair X number of squares. So it really is the measurement that is used, and is really important to know when it comes to roofing. It also correlates with, you know, how many squares can the guys get done in an hour, and that will then correlate with how long the job will take. So it's good to know that one square in roofing equals 100 square feet. The more you know, though. So now when you hear a roofer say, oh, well, that job will be 24 squares, you can be like, oh,
2,400 square feet makes so much more sense than 24 square feet. Because in my head, I'm thinking, why would we do a 24 square foot job? Like, I'm pretty sure my roof is bigger than 24 square feet.
Well, what's funny is I've had conversations with some of the guys and with the owner of like, oh yeah, well, it was only a 20 square job. And in their mind, that's such a small job, which, like, in the reality of the matter, Roofmedics is a commercial roofing company, so 24 squares would be a small job. But in my head, I'm like, oh, well, that sounds kind of big, actually. But, you know, it's fine. Then we get these other jobs where it's like, it's 200 squares, and you're like, oh my.
Well, if you have any other questions, comments, or concerns, you can always message us at marketing@roofmedics.com. You can follow us on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube.
I hope you learned something today.
I mean, I learned something, so that's something, right?
Yeah. I hope you learned something, and we will be back next time.
Bye.
That brings us to the end of today's episode. If you've been loving what you're hearing, make sure to press the subscribe button so you get notified anytime we post a new episode. Episodes come out on Monday and Fridays. Please feel free to share this podcast with a friend. We'd love everybody to be able to join us and learn more about the roofing industry as we go along on this journey. If you don't already, follow us on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube. I will put all of our information down in the show notes below. Feel free to contact us with any questions or any roofing ideas that you would love for us to talk about. I hope you have a great day, and we will see you next time.